everybody. I am going to be making a citrus twist project with the Wild at Heart kit, and I am so excited because honestly, this was the project I thought of when I first saw this Wild at Heart kit. I thought of my daughter, who is a wild child, nature lover, hippie child, whatever you want to call it. She is really like one with nature, and I promise you, when we have the first rain of the season, she will be outside dancing in the rain. And the wind, same thing. And she loves the ocean. But somehow this project just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed back to the back of the line. So I finally am bringing it up, and I am going to put it together. I have a photo of my daughter last summer at the ocean, and then she always loves to run in the ocean with daddy, so I have that, and I'll probably just stack them. And then I added some paint splatters, and those are already dry. And I'm just really excited to just document her love of the ocean and just being wild and free, because she is my wild little thing. And I love this kit. It's so perfect for this story. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sabrina. I'm on a few design teams, and I have a class at Big Picture Classes. All right, I'm gonna get started on bringing this page to life. I'm gonna get started by picking which papers I want to use. They're at the top of the screen. And I know I wanna use this script paper. I think it's actually from Winnie the Pooh. It's a good neutral, and I wasn't sure if I should use it as a photo mat or what. I wasn't sure if I should mat the photo at all. But in the end, I decided to just use that script paper and then also this blue paper. I'm just gonna eyeball how much I want with a pencil, cut that, and then bring it back to the layout. And I also took this blue paper, cut it in half, and then I'm just gonna line it up so that way it looks like one continuous huge piece of paper. But it's actually not, so that's a really good trick to use. I punched some butterflies with this black vine paper, and oh my goodness, I don't know, I did not like them at all. It kind of looked like Dalmatians, and I don't know, it just didn't look good. So I'm gonna get out a circle punch in a minute. I also saw that chipboard, that she was a wild one, that's gonna work perfect on the rock. And so I'm pretty excited about that. So this is the circle punch, and I'm just gonna punch 3 different circles for my main 3 different points in my visual triangle, and I'm gonna crumple them up to give it a little more texture. Now I'm gonna pull off the different sections that I have and set them to where, like, the left, the right, and that way I can begin to build my project. I have this neutral paper, and I'm just gonna bend up the edges a little bit. And I start to map my photo on some thin cardboard, but I didn't like that. I really wanted this photo to pop and lift off the layout. So I tried something I've seen Ashley Horton do. I'll leave her Instagram in the description. I got an actual piece of foam, and I am going to map my photo on that. And I really love how it turned out. I just didn't trim very well on the left-hand side, got some adhesive everywhere, and I was so mad at myself. Has anybody ever had one of those square rubber adhesive removers? I had one of those, and I absolutely loved it, and I just don't know where to get another one. I need to get another one because it was the best tool ever. Okay, so before I line up this picture, I just want to make sure that I line up the blue papers first, so that way they look like one big piece of paper. I want to make sure that they match up. And then I'll be able to cover up the gap with the other 2 photos, and also some clever clustering. Try to say that 10 times fast. Up there, I'm going to put a die cut that says beauty, and then later on a label, and then also a circle die cut. But now, since I have the blue paper lined up, I can go ahead and put down my photo. Okay, and this is where I did the adhesive again, and I was trying to rub it and get it off, and I couldn't get it off, and I was mad at myself because it's just, once, like, the type of paper that I use, it's matte paper, it kind of makes a gray smudge. I don't know, so I couldn't get it all off, but that's okay. I decided to put the photos under instead of on top of the photo of my daughter, just because I wanted that photo to be the main one. I'm also going to put the circle right there, and then later on I'm going to try to fidget with it and figure out which direction I want that particular circle. Right here, I am just adding some foam to the actual die cut butterfly. I wanted that to have a little bit of lift. I'm gonna add adhesive to the L and the O portion because that's gonna actually stick to the photo. I don't need the other portion to have adhesive. See, that's where I was fussing with that circle. I didn't know which direction I should have it, but I'm gonna put it that way. I don't know what to say, to the right. That circle is gonna go to the right. Okay, I am going to move on to stamping on some labels. I stamped a little wonky to begin with, so I decided to just go with it. The first label I'm stamping is such a spirit. I think that's what it says, such spirit. And then the second one's going to be daydreamer, and I just once again repeat the wonky, messy stamping. And then it actually worked out because I was able to stamp on the third label wild thing, and then I'm going to put that in the middle of my layout, and it actually works as a really good visual point of interest, and it's going to help direct the eye to the center of the layout where my main photo is, which is perfect. I'm going to now cut these out, and then I'm going to go ahead and add them, and then I will add in some enamel dots. So I'm taking this one and I'm going to tuck it up in the top corner, and then I'm going to add the daydreamer one down below the butterfly. I probably should have switched the spots for those two because the such spirit one kind of blended in, but that's okay. So adding in wild thing and just trying to figure out how I want the configuration of my cluster, and then I can start to add the enamel dots. So I'm going to put the label on top, right below it, the black die cut that says capture, crumple another scallop circle, tuck that in, and then I will be done with that little clustered section. And then I'm going to add some enamel dots and journaling, and then I will be finished with this layout, and I am just in love, and it's probably a new favorite of mine. I just love the color scheme, and I just love documenting my daughter and her love of nature, at least one aspect of her love of nature. I almost didn't add these journaling lines. I thought I might have, quote unquote, ruined the layout, but I really wanted to write something instead of nothing. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love this layout and I love how it came together. It is probably a new favorite. I absolutely love the color scheme. I really love it. I love all the texture I was able to add with the paint, the crumpling, the bending right here, the foam to add a little more depth. And then I also have chipboard and enamel dots, and oh goodness, I love this layout so much. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this one come to life. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.